Hello everyone, Majori here from the Punk Priestess, and welcome to the weekly reading. So I just launched my punk shop for the Punk Priestess, so it's live, it's available, all the products that I've created. So in the punk shop you can find these little keychains, Punk Priestess keychains. They're super cool, really good quality keychains. And yeah, I'm so excited to start having some merch. So I have awesome keychains. These are $8. These are available on my Shopify website. And then I have these awesome milk carton water bottles. So these are plastic, recyclable plastic. It says the Punk Priestess here. And then on the back is a waterproof Punk Priestess logo sticker. So these are $25. I've been using this for the past couple weeks, and it is just like so awesome to carry around with you in the city. I went on vacation with this. Yeah, I love it. And it's a screw off top, so you can pour your water. But I think the milk carton style is just so cool and fresh and totally punk rock. So I'm really excited to start offering these. I do have a very limited quantity of these, so definitely if you want one, get them fast because they are going to sell out and then I have to order more. But these are $25. But I love these, and it's also super cool. I have some pictures of different color water and like fruit and stuff in these guys, and it's just awesome. But I take this to Central Park, like everywhere. I went to Brooklyn yesterday, went shopping, I had it in my bag. But definitely the Punk Priestess water bottle is the swag you need to get, as well as the keychains. And then I have gift cards, and all my tarot and birth chart services are there. The new price is reflected starting September 1st. So if anyone wants to book a reading with me in August, do it now. I'm going to be having it at the lower price. But starting in September, my prices are going to go up just a little bit. And yeah, I'm pretty much booked for readings this month. I do have a couple spots available. I'm going to make another announcement tomorrow for availability, because I'm only going to take a couple more clients this month, because I have something really awesome I'm going to announce later this week that's going to be happening next month. So a lot of my focus, time, and energy is going to be going to this new thing that I'm going to be doing. So I'm really excited. I can't announce it yet. But yeah, the punk shop is live. It's open. I'm going to take a swig of my water because we got to drink water in 2020. We got to hydrate ourselves because this year has been a glitch. Damn, that's fresh. Okay, so welcome everyone. Hello. Wild times. I actually have a deck that I don't really use that often, but I love. I'm going to start pulling it out a little bit more. I have this vintage deck. It's very Libra inspired. Like, we'll see as we post some of the cards, but this tarot deck is like a vintage deck by Amy Zerner. She's the creator of it. So I was really lucky to snag this deck because it hasn't been sold in almost 30 years. Actually, 30 years has been the last time this deck has been sold. So my friend Margie, she owns Kitten Surprise, this incredible vintage store in Chicago, and she snagged this deck for me. So I'm going to bring it out in the weekly reading today. Some other decks I have: Postcards from the Liminal Space, Morgan's Tarot as per usual, Spoilia Tarot, and then Oracle of Oddities. I don't have my packaging today because I've been reading clients today, so the decks have been fresh. They've definitely been working their magic for sure. I have Sage. If I could find my lighter, that would be groovy. Sage this house down. But yeah, let's get into the reading. What I want to do today, I want to do the horseshoe spread. So the horseshoe spread is like, if you start reading tarot, you kind of notice there's the Celtic cross, and there's the Taiyaki spread is another traditional spread you'll start seeing, but the horseshoe spread is also really good too. So I think we're going to use that today, because shit's been cray. The planets are shifting very quickly. We now have Mercury and Leo, thank God. But in contrast to that, we have Venus and Cancer. And you know what? I like Venus and Cancer. I have a Venus in Pisces. I like that water sign energy with the planet of love, planet of prosperity, and what you love and value. So it's good. It's good to have Venus, I think, in a Cancer sign. I think we should all hug someone if we can. Hold your loved ones close. Because this fall is going to get a little bit rocky with the cosmic flow that's happening. Not really a flow, but... ooh, I have a new crystal. You probably saw my Insta stories, but this blue apatite I'm like obsessed with from Honeybee Crystals. Such a good store. Yeah, my sage has been flaky. I'm like, oh my god, I need to like Swiffer after I use this sage, but it's good sage. So, how has everyone been doing this week? This week has been good for me. Very productive. Like that Leo energy is very strong. Very, very strong right now. That full moon in Aquarius on the 3rd was really shaky. It was squaring Uranus, and Uranus is now retrograde in Taurus. So, very kind of crazy energy. Uranus doesn't really like to be in Taurus. Taurus is a very stable sign, and Uranus rules Aquarius. So it kind of likes that chaoticness. And, yeah, I feel like it was a lot of heavy energy on the full moon. I didn't really do anything for the full moon. I'm going to have to, like, make up for that with the new moon in Leo later this month. But, yeah, it was wild. I felt like everyone was in a bad mood with the Leo full moon. Like, everyone was in a bad mood. Just like, God damn it. Like, I woke up really well, and then I woke up really good on the full moon. And then everyone that was texting me was just, like, in crisis mode. And I'm like, okay, this is the theme of the day. But then it got better because the next day Leo went into Aquarius. So it's like things are moving. And I think we've all collectively are starting to get out of that Cancer shift. And we're like really fully embracing the Leo energy. We're like, okay, time to get shit done. And that's good. Like we like to feel proactive. And I feel like after... like 2 months of like weirdness, it's kind of nice to be like, oh, okay, I can actually trust in the universe again. Maybe. Is that too soon to say that in 2020? I don't know. What else have I been up to? I went shopping today for like the first time before COVID. And that was like really nice. I like went to Shake Shack. I was like, oh damn, like this is my old life. Went to some crystal stores. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to actually like be in Midtown by the Empire State Building and shop a little bit. Yeah, it was cool. It was good. It was like, okay, like having lunch in Bryant Park with my friend Jenna. It was really nice, and it felt hopeful. Like, it was weird because a lot of the stores were closed, but it was nice to be like, oh, okay, I can still shop. I can still, like, be my little self before I used to be in quarantine. I'm going to grab the ebook. The ebook is still available. For those of you guys who have not purchased it yet, it's in my bio. All the spreads are there. So every week I'm just going to be doing a spread from my ebook. So if you want to follow along, if you want to do the spread for yourself, purchase the ebook, 70 tarot spreads. You know the drill. Get your life, get the ebook. So, all right, I'm going to pull up the spread here. And it's great because I can just, use my iPad and I have everything on there. And it's portable. You can put it on your computer. I have it on my computer. I have it on my phone. I have it everywhere. Got to rep it. All right, so we're going to be using the horseshoe spread today for this reading. So this is what it looks like. I don't know if you kind of see it, the glare. But this picture is actually from Glacier, so behind the scenes scoop of my design aesthetic. I went to Glacier last August. I actually don't even know if Glacier is like still open, but my cousins and I went to Glacier. They had all these like sculpture things, and that's the picture behind the spread. So inside scoop. All right, so horseshoe spread. All right, fam, how are we doing? Survived another week. Oh, I started watching the second season of the Umbrella Academy, so that's really good. Gonna definitely try to watch some more of that today. What else? I don't even know. I've just been so focused on the store and reading clients. But yeah, it's just Leo season, am I right? Okay. All right, so the spread is all laid out. What time do we have? All right, we have some time. Okay, so for those of you just logging on, this is the horseshoe spread, and this is in my ebook for purchase, link in bio. My Shopify store is now live. You're gonna be catching me drinking water in this like none other. Keychains are there. Booking services are there. Everything, all the swag. Okay, so let's get into the spread. All right, so like the horseshoe spread is really good to kind of get like a quick overview of like what's going on just with life, and like the energy that's kind of surrounding everything. So the first card we're gonna pull, this is in the past position, so this is what we're coming from. And we have Page of Swords upright showing here. And this is very interesting because I don't know if you've been keeping up with the news lately, but they finally, with Trump, like signed an executive order, and it was a lot of confusion. Like the Republicans couldn't decide on what to do for like the next package. We still don't know if like the stimulus check, what's going to happen with that if you're like in the U.S. I'm talking about U.S. stuff right now with COVID. And they made a decision on unemployment, like, student loans, all the stuff like Trump signed off on. He actually like didn't do that bad of a job. Like we'll see when things go into effect, if it's going to be a shit show. But a little glimmer of hope there that he actually gave a shit about the people. But it's just interesting how Page of Swords, like, it's been kind of a clusterfuck Mercury this year. Mercury went into retrograde the entirety of Cancer. And, of course, the day that it moves into Leo, which was Tuesday of last week, we started, like, getting a little bit more momentum going with people communicating and trying to figure out what to do in this crisis. And in the past, things were easier to communicate because we were only fixated on ourselves. And now that we're fixated on what's going to affect everyone else, collective energy, it's been a shit show. And there's a lot of confusion, a lot of misinformation, and a lot of people like saying stuff word to mouth. And it's just like, I feel like Mercury being in Cancer, being retrograde twice this year, now getting into Leo, it's still kind of like working itself out. And hopefully it kind of gives us the communication that we're seeking because, like a lot of people just don't know what they're talking about. A lot of people don't know what to believe when it comes to the news sources. And it's just, like, I can't look at the news every day. It would drive me insane. But it's just right now in these, like, trying times, there's a lot of miscommunication, even with the explosion that happened in the Middle East. That was a big, like, discrepancy. Like, no one knows, like, why was this here and, like, why did this happen? Like, there's a lot going on. And hopefully in the present and future position, we can get Page of Swords energy upright. There's a lot of immaturity circling around, a lot of miscommunication about Joe Biden, a lot of miscommunication even on, like, with, you know, Trump stuff, Republican stuff. Like, there's a lot of shit fire just being spread. So, you know, I'm glad that we're kind of moving away from that, and hopefully we can find solidarity together and band together to try to get some things implemented. And we're having Mars go retrograde soon in Aries, so also, you know, we kind of have like some momentum with the inner planets, and then we have some like backwards thinking. But hopefully this kind of can get us to band together and plan our attack properly before we engage. I'm going to pull a card from Postcards as a clarifier for Page of Swords. There we go. Death is the healing. And that's what I want to see. You know, old ways are dying. You know, people being greedy, people being selfish. It's just like, stop it. Like, that's not doing anything for anyone. Like, we have learned so much this year that we have to embrace each other. We have to care about each other. We have to do things that, you know, even if we don't believe it, at least, you know, we're able to, I guess, in a way, conform to make other people feel comfortable in regards of wearing a mask. I mean, there's still like so much misinformation about what that even does. So it's just, you know, it's a lot. Like, we're going through a lot. We're getting so much information all at once, and no one knows what to do with it. And that is how we're going to have to come out of this, is that we decide collectively together, okay, this is what we need to do. This is the reality of the situation. And with, like, as recent as yesterday, with this executive order, it kind of like finally made sense. And I hope it registered in some people's mind that this is a very serious thing. COVID is a very serious thing. We have over 30 million people on unemployment right now. And it's just very important that we take this seriously. And like every day I'm like contemplating, I'm like, oh my God, am I sick? Like today I wasn't feeling very well and I thought I was sick. Now I'm fine. But it's just like, you know, we really have to start taking this stuff seriously. And that's why we have to have a death of our old ways, of our old selfish behaviors, and start thinking about each other. Because that is the healing, the collective healing that we need. Whew, tarot is getting mad. Okay, so present position. So what's currently happening right now? So we have Aquarius reversed here, and definitely, you know, with the solidarity thing, deficit healing, like we're still not there yet. Like we're slowly starting to really get a wake-up call that it's about us, not about I. Like it's not like there's no I in team. Like it's about all of us being in this together. Like this is all affecting us. And with Aquarius reversed to, you know, we don't have Saturn in Aquarius right now. So for those of us, including myself, who are having their Saturn return, we're having a break right now. But we have 3 planets retrograde in Capricorn. We have Saturn retrograde in Capricorn, we have Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, and we have Jupiter retrograde in Capricorn. So it's been hard to like really push through a lot with the career sector, with the status in the world, and to really think about ourselves and our own personal pursuits, because we don't have that internal and external energy supporting us. But October 4th, Pluto will go direct again in Capricorn. So I think that's a good timeline as to when things might start shifting and communication might be better, kind of having a better overview of like how long this is going to last. Like everyone thinks by 2021 it's going to be over, and it's like I don't think that's the reality we should be telling ourselves. We should be thinking more long haul for things. But what we need to do is presently band together. And right now we're still so divided in many ways. Still so divided in something as small as if we should wear masks, and still so divided in ways of racism and, you know, political parties, like whatever it is. Like there's still this division, even with trying to get this package across and trying to get the stimulus check. There's so much division and not enough unity. And that's also because Uranus, Aquarius ruling planet, is retrograde in a slow-moving sign of Taurus. And Taurus rules our money. So that's another reason why we're having a lot of issue trying to get confirmation on the money that is supposed to be given to us. So there's a lot of conflictions right now, but we just have to look out for each other. And once we do that, we'll find like that ourselves will heal. It's like, oh my God, this person has my back. I can trust. And I feel like for such a long time, we were so focused on our own lane, we forgot to trust and look into other people's lanes and see if they needed help. And now we're slowly starting by even donating to Black organizations and LGBTQIA organizations. Like, we're slowly starting to actually band together in humanitarian efforts and get things done. So future. Queen of Coins upright. So this is good. So, definitely like the executive order took place, and this is just becoming political right now, but Queen of Coins energy, it's like we're gonna be okay. Like, there is this breadwinner type security persona with the Queen upright, the Queen of Pentacles upright, and we need her to kind of guide us and to make us feel secure, because she's Capricorn energy. It's security within the home, it's security within the family unit, it's security within the money sector, the foundation. So finding security, like how can you find security within yourself at these times, like not going crazy, finding security with the people in your life and checking up on them, making sure that they're okay, and vice versa, making sure that they give you back that same reciprocation of checking in on you. But Queen of Coins energy is like, this country's going to have to do something to make sure that we're protected and make sure that we don't all uprise, even though that might be coming in a couple years once Aquarius goes into Pluto, so we'll see. To be announced. But with Queen of Coins energy, it's like, there's a little bit of security now that we're going to, if you're on unemployment, you're going to be able to get the extra $400. Don't know when, because there's still not a lot of information, concrete information. And we don't know for how long, but it looks promising. And then, with student loans, with housing, what else? Stimulus package is still TBA, but we're slowly starting to like get a little bit of help and security from our country in whatever way. If it doesn't affect you, at least it affects people in your lives, and they'll be able to survive, because this is unfair. Like, no one had control of this, and the people can't suffer for something that is beyond their control. But in the future position, Queen of Coins energy, I love seeing it. It feels good. So attitudes. We have Judgment here. Judgment upright. So first major arcana card that we pulled, and it's about transformation with the Judgment card, but it's about shedding the old skin, but kind of realizing the truth in who you are. And it's like we all are in the position of shedding old skin. Like, we're new people. We're walking differently this year. If you look back at who you were in 2019, you're a completely different person this year, and for the better. Judgment energy. If there's a judge, you are it. And it's just time for us to all get together and to really decide collectively that death is the healing, that it is okay to change. It's okay to move forward in our lives, and to dream and to promote whatever it is that's important to you, to protest. Like, it's important to stop with the excuses and to take accountability and be like, what, this is who I am. Like, in 2020, I decided to change. I decided to embrace my true self. And this is why that shedding of skin is so important, that we do that work, that we embrace the shadow, that we heal, that we decide to want better for ourselves and for others. But before we can help someone else, we have to be able to help ourselves. We have to be able to take accountability and be like, what? I want to change, or I want to be more involved in, these type of things. And I want to better the world. I want to better people in it. And that comes from you first. And being authentic in that truth, you're able to authentically give back and nurture others in their quest. Because there's so much uncertainty. There's so much I feel like we're in an expanded time, and we have like a limited amount of resources, but also limited amount of how much we can take, our psyche can take, because we're in a pandemic. We're in this time where our mortality is just, it's looming. And yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's crazy because, like, we used to wake up in 2019 and just, be like, okay, today's a new day, new problems. Now we have to wake up and get our face mask. We have to think about, oh my God, like, is it safe to go here? What if I catch, COVID, and, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot that we have to consider now that we never had to think about before. And that's a mental and spiritual stress. So it's important that we take care of ourselves and we make a decision to really shed skin properly. So number 5, this is influences. So what's kind of going on in the mist? Okay, so now we have 5 of coins upright. And it's just, this card, I don't even know. I mean, it's 5 of coins energy. Desolate. But it's like we're no longer accepting a bad deal. There's so much petitions now. There's so much information. People are having an awakening. And hopefully we can transform some of these bad deals. Fighting for justice, being able to reform certain things, fighting for justice for Black lives that have been lost, fighting for ourselves, and making sure that we get what is supposed to be ours. Make sure that we're protected, and being able to feel like we can rely on other people to help give us charity. And to look out for us. And that's just the job of this nation, is like to look after its people and not be super greedy. And a lot of us are suffering right now. So many people are suffering. So many people are losing their homes, are, whatever, like, jobs, financial disarray. And this is beyond their control. And it's just something that we cannot ignore. And that's why it's very important to get involved and to make sure, like, you're donating, to make sure that even if you, like, can't afford to donate, you're there to support someone, even, like, in their presence. Like, oh, I'm going to come over, I'm going to just spend some time with you and make sure you're okay, or just checking up on them verbally, like over the phone or FaceTime. Like, we really have to make sure, like, we don't continue being selfish, and we don't continue pushing away people who need help and just need some comfort, because a lot of us need comfort, and really taking value in the people in our lives and the people who are supporting you at this time. So that's the influence. Like, it took a pandemic, it took a crisis for all of us to get together and to decide, okay, death is the healing. The death of our old life is going to help us heal and help us be better people, so that we can protect each other, so none of us completely go to disarray, completely are abandoned. All right, so obstacles. So we have the 9 of Cups upright, and what you wish for you will receive. And there's obstacles in this. It's like a lot of us want things. Like a lot of us, want to get married this year. A lot of us wanted promotions or travel. And, that's an obstacle. An obstacle is reprogramming our brain that we have to have a plan B. We can't just work on plan A as our only option. And 9 of Cups it's an obstacle to also feel good about what you have. Because a lot of times we see so many people without, who are really in hardship, and we're able to, still spend money, to still, do things. And sometimes it can be hard and discouraging. Like, well, am I allowed to be happy? Am I allowed to have amazing relationships? Am I allowed to be able to, like, shop and afford these things? And it's like, everyone has to do their part. And if you're able to support a small business, if you're able to buy a home or whatever, like, you got to work on your own time. You can't just worry about what other people are doing or what other people don't have. You got to work on your own time and stay on your own path, in a way of, like, yes, like, care about other people, but don't prevent your life from moving forward because you're afraid that it's, someone else isn't going to be able to do that. It's like you got to just do what is best for you, in terms of protecting your heart, and also making sure that you still can have prosperity in times of devastation. You can still love. You can still have hopes and dreams and wishes. That's still alive. That will never die. But just making sure, as you have abundance, to make sure you still give back to people who are less fortunate, who are really suffering, and make sure to be kind to people. Like I saw this Instagram quote today. It was, you have more in common with a homeless person than a billionaire. And it really is true, because if you look in this situation, like, one bad turn, you could be on the streets too. So it's like we really just have to have gratitude. That's what I keep on telling people. It's like, have gratitude. Have gratitude that these people, you have love in your life, you have relationships, you have people who want to support you, you have people who want to love you, you have people who want to uplift you, you have like money to like make sure you eat that week. Like, it's just, we really have to have gratitude that we have just these simple pleasures. And it's hard. It's hard when there's like crisis around to be thankful and to have gratitude, but that's all you can have to have you go through the dark to the other side, to make it through. Outcome. Virgo upright. So Virgo is coming back as a stalker. Showed up in a client today as well, and Virgo is here. Virgo energy is like, bitch, I'm right around the corner. In a couple weeks, we're going to be in Virgo season. So enjoy this Leo, fiery energy. Enjoy it, because Virgo is here. Virgo doesn't mess around. And it's all about regimen. It's all about routine. And it's like, hopefully, by September, shit gets a little better. But we have to cultivate love, cultivate prosperity, cultivate wanting to lift up other people. Not unfolding the way it should, the universe, coupled with Virgo energy. And, it's interesting because we just can't plan this year. We can't plan. Nothing is unfolding the way we thought it would. But we have to remember what is unfolding for us that is in alignment. Is it relationships that we have in our lives? Is it new ideas? Is it inspiration? Is it, money? Like, what is it that is flowing in your life? And don't compare yourself to what's flowing for them. What is flowing for you? What can you cultivate? What can you have a regimen towards to make sure that you are spiritually aligned to abundance, spiritually aligned to making sure your mental health is intact, but not unfolding the way it should, the universe. Let the universe take control. Let the universe guide you. It's like sometimes you just have to give up. We have 3 planets retrograde in Capricorn. I think if we've realized we kind of need to give up on trying to hold on to things that no longer fit who we are now, because we've changed, we've transformed, we shadowed skin. So of course the universe isn't going to unfold the way we want, because we're new beings, we're new people. It's the year of the emperor, we're a new version of ourselves, and things will unfold the way that they're supposed to for your benefit. But it's going to take work. Like Virgo rules work. It's going to take honest, hard, devoted work for us to cultivate this new self, but also to help others, and to just have it register that this is the new reality. The new reality is that COVID is real, and we have to get together in solidarity to make sure that, we can uplift each other and we can get through this together to build a better future. Not only for ourselves, but for future generations. All right, I'm going to pull 2 more cards. Heavy, heavy, heavy. All right, and I'm going to pull one from here. This is Oracle of Oddities, Edition 3. Perfect. So we have 8 of Pentacles upright here, and then we have Improve. So perfect. It's like, we have to make sure, like, what we're putting our time and energy towards is building, like, a new foundation, a new future. And we have to improve upon that. We have to improve on, like, what this future is going to look like. We have to improve on our vision, because things are not unfolding the way that we wanted them to. We have to now just let the universe do its work and just day by day make sure we're not only taking care of our own spiritual health, but we're also making sure that other people are protected, other people are looked after. We have to really start thinking about a whole. That is like how this is shifting, because we're in the age of Aquarius, but we're going to have Pluto in Aquarius very soon in the next couple years. So it's like already this lesson is starting, that we need to start thinking as a whole instead of just for ourselves. How does your actions affect others? Where do you spend money? How does that affect other people? It's just being very conscious. But Eight of Pentacles energy, this is very positive. It just shows that we have work to do. We have to cultivate our new selves that is coming out of all of this. This is we're in a very heavy time. We have so much work that we have to improve on. That's why we have Judgment upright, because we have to improve. We have to improve ourselves. There's no time for complacency and conformity. That's why we're getting out of Capricorn energy. The Capricorn energy, daddy energy of the patriarchy, that's dying. That's no longer the way. We have to band together to decide what is the new way, and we are slowly cultivating a new future together. But we have to make sure that no one is left behind as we start to dream up this new future. We have to look out for everyone. So, yeah, I think that's the reading. Time do I have? Ooh, actually that was pretty fast. I'm just tempted to pull one more card from postcards because it's just trippy and I love it. And the last card I'm pulling today is magic is either everything or it's nothing. And it's really true. And it's what shows are you watching? What companies are you supporting? What celebrities are you supporting? Where is your magic going to? Is your magic going to just turning off your mind and watching shows all day, or is it going to helping small businesses, advocating for Black lives? Where's your magic going to? Because either you're using your energy wisely on this earth, or you're just going to dissipate. And you want to be able to look back and be like, wow, I actually was an instigator for change. I was a part of this. I was a part of doing my part in making sure other people felt heard and seen and were safe. And it's just, you have to make sure your magic is being used for good. Because either your gifts and talents and abilities is everything that this world needs, and if you don't tap into your potential, it's nothing. It's just wasted potential. And we don't want to waste our gifts because we're so special. All of us have something unique that we need to bring to this world, and our gifts help other people and inspire other people's lives. So, get together with other people and create magic. If there's something that you're sitting on, your gifts or talents that you haven't utilized in a while, get into it. If you want to paint, start painting. If you want to, start a business or something, just do it. There's no time like the present. And we're in Leo energy, so it's a great time for magic to flow because it's all about creative self-expression. But magic is either everything or it's nothing. And it's what are you doing with your voice? What are you doing with your vision? Are you changing the world around you to be better? Or are you just instigating control and lack mentality and spreading negativity? How is your magic being utilized in times like these? It's so important. Because that is how you're going to shed that skin, is if you really tap into that magic that you have that's inside of you. Because we all have it. We all have something unique. We all have a sixth sense. And it's up to, us individually if we want to tap into that and give back. Or to just keep it to ourselves and just let it sit and then dissipate and never go anywhere. But yeah, I think that's the spread. So heavy. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to read some of the comments before I close this live. Priestess present. Let's see. I need background music. Yeah, I need to redo my bundle of sage because it's like flying all over the place. Let's see. So the big white deck that I pulled from, I have three. Well, this one here, this is a vintage tarot deck by Amy Zerner. So I don't know the name of this deck because I got it from one of my friends who owns a vintage shop in Chicago. She found this for me. And this was made in 1990. But Amy Zerner, she's the creator of this deck. And I'm going to make an unboxing video of this in the next coming weeks. And then I have Morgan's Tarot and then Postcards from Liminal Space. Postcards is currently sold out. But Morgan's Tarot you can buy. Everyday Magic has it for $24. But yeah, so that is the spread. I'm going to be taking just a couple more tarot readings this month. And then new pricing is going to change come September. So if you want a reading with me, book now, or then it's going to be more for you in the future. So just saying that birth chart readings are closed. I'm not doing birth chart readings until the fall. I'll make an announcement for that. And I have tarot. I am doing tarot and birth chart readings for $175 right now. So that's like a little combo of birth chart and doing a tarot spread. So those are up. And then, yeah, my shop is live. Water bottles, like, get them stat because limited supply. I don't have a lot of these. I'm going to order more. 25, and then keychains are 8. So thank you so much for your support. And, yeah, I'll see you next week. And let's see. One more comment. Thank you for enjoying the reading. Yes, I made the water bottles, are custom made, and same with the keychains, the Priestess keychain. So in my stories and the link in the bio is my Shopify, and you can find everything. But yeah, I have all the details about like the water bottle and everything, but I created these myself, original custom designs. So yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. And I'll see you next week. Thank you for your support and keep rocking and rolling. All right. Bye.